Hey, welcome back. Well, welcome in. I'm back. I'm the average goob, and Vibe Clicker is launched. It's on Steam. I did it. I did it. My first game on Steam. Hey, Copy fan, welcome in. Oh, okay. Just starting with a hydrate. I heard it that time. Classic. We got the bat juice. Thank you for the hydrate. Ah, wow. It feels like it's been like 3 weeks since I've worked on Vibe Clicker on stream. Probably because it has. Uh, but I've been working hard on getting this launched. Took a little bit of a vacation. Got away from some of the stuff for a little bit. And then I spent like 3 days scrambling to get everything ready for Steam. So, just like school. Thanks, a copy fan. Yeah, no, I'm glad the release it went well. Actually, we've got 9 reviews already on Vibe Clicker, and this is free. You guys can go to vibeclicker.com or even exclamation Steam, right? Let me see if that works. Yeah, there we go. That's a direct link to the Steam page. Perfect. And yeah, this was a lot of work. I've got 17 achievements, and it looks like a lot of people have achieved these achievements. I'm surprised more people don't have Head in the Clouds. 23% with the secret ending. I'm in shock right now. Like the fact that I've had so many people and people that don't even know about me have played my game, 100%ed it. They spent time talking about how to get the secret ending. Like I just didn't expect this, I guess, and it's so cool. Like I've only ever made like game jam games and I've never done anything this in depth. And like it only took like 2 months. So, I don't know, it's awesome, and with all the feedback, everybody basically the consensus is more stuff. So I'll probably spend a little bit of time doing a content update and bring in some more achievements, but I mean, I just this is awesome, thank you everybody for leaving reviews and stuff too. Some feedback in Discord, some feedback, via the discussion boards here. Like, I've actually already started putting together a list and I've made some updates. I've made some fixes and stuff this week based off of, well, I guess I released this on Friday, and I've gotten so much feedback, and it's not even bad. It's just like maybe some bugs here and there, uh, and I can like action this stuff. But like 9 hours, 24 hours in the games, almost 7, 1.4, and like it's just been really cool. And I had a review within hours of me posting the game. Like it's humbling getting a game out there and just seeing people enjoy it. So yeah, I've been so excited. This has been awesome. It's been a great weekend, honestly. Like the stress of releasing this game was getting to me, but like I already released on itch, and I had allotted plays there, and but it's like nobody's giving me feedback. So I'm like, I don't know if I made something good. And as much as the reviews don't matter, it's like I made a game, I got it out there. It feels great seeing it, and everybody just seems so happy and positive. So that's exactly what I was going for. You have 12 out of 17? I think some of those are all related to the auto click stuff, the ones that you don't have. So, yeah. You don't have heads in the clouds yet? Okay. That one I don't think requires auto click, but I know some of those that you don't have do. So, you have to work on that. Uh, I mean, heck, I don't even have all the achievements either. But one of the things this made me realize is like I should probably I should probably make the secret ending secret, but also a little bit more like breadcrumb path, and less of like a percentage, because like there is like requirements to get it, and then there's like a percentage of it happening, and I think a lot of people like may not like that, especially in a clicker game, or like in the sense of like having to leave a game open. It's not my intention to like make people play it forever. I think achievement hunting, people will look for the achievements and stuff. So I do want to make a little bit more unique achievements in a content update here. But there's things that I also wanted to like expand upon. So, I want to actually bring the vibe shop into the game a little bit earlier so that you can customize your clicker, you can customize uh your cursor. I think that'd be cool. And then you customize your little AI bot and your uh the auto clicker. So even though he rolls around, it'd be fun to have like different guys that roll around and stuff. Or even something that like walks back and forth. What is it? Level. Yeah. So it'd be cool to like customize all these things. Even maybe customizing the background, having different backgrounds that you can select from. And obviously these are just like right now it's just like the cups. So you'll pick whatever repeating background. Um but maybe the splash in the back, change these up and make better ones. Like this one was my first attempt, and then it made me realize how difficult like these little splash graphics are. I'm like, this ain't easy. Expand on you being popular. Yes. Yes, I will be doing more advanced achievements based on people's performances. Planning on a support DLC? Yeah, I have to look into what that entails. So there will be a support DLC that adds like the additional styles for everything. I will add general ones for other people just by vibe points, but then I want a supporter bundle. Maybe that's what makes it unique. The supporter bundle having like customized cursors and customize your AI bots and stuff, and that'll be kind of the incentive behind it. Because like I'm not gonna like lock content behind a paywall for this game. I think that having it free to play is, yeah, it's the way I would like, I would want this to be free to play. I think it's more enjoyable for me getting people to just play it and just seeing people enjoy it. Like that brings me happiness. That the serotonin is worth it. And honestly, somebody did and like thank you. Somebody did actually give me bits on the release for Vibe Clicker on my stream. So thank you, Falg, for the 1,000 bits. So that's like, that's supporting me and what I'm doing here. So that's basically like paying for the game. So thank you. A cup with "thank you" on it as a character? Yes. Oh my gosh. I can tie in their name. With Steam, I can tie in the username, so it can say, like, "Thank you," and then have their name on it. It would pull their Steam name. Or like, I could probably pull their stats name, so it'll be a thank you cup and then whatever they put for their player name. But, yeah, we've got a few things that I wanna work on today. Since we got music playing, I'm actually going to turn off the music and background sounds. Oh, I also need to download. I gotta make sure I have my most recent source update. Uh, yeah, okay. There's some updates I needed to pull. Oh yeah, somebody found the handwritten. They're like, I couldn't tell if it was intentional or not. But the cover letters, it was handwritten spelled wrong here, and this is the only place it spelled it wrong, so that was good. I was like, thank goodness. It would suck to have to refactor. You have a dev update. Ooh. For me? Or for your game? Yeah, so I've already fixed a couple bugs. I fixed that. It wasn't really a bug, it was a visual. I fixed the resources, so if you have a save, which you usually have a save after a minute of playing the game, all the resources will show. I also found a bug where the where whenever the data was getting saved for what was it? The achievements? No, the vibe shop. I was clearing out the vibe shop whenever I was resetting the data, and so it was just making the vibe shop empty. I think after you, like, got back into the game or something? I don't know. I think this was causing an issue. It was the only place that was, like, resetting the vibe shop items, so I don't know. There's some weird bugs in here. Oh, you got multiplayer working? No freaking way. That's awesome. Well, congrats. Multiplayer is its own beast. I would love to, like, do multiplayer stuff, but I don't have any multiplayer game ideas other than, like, a Pummel Party or, like, Mario Party style game. That's the only kind of game idea I have right now. Um, I could not recreate this issue. New game, upgraded. This one's a tough one. This one's gonna take me some testing to get to, but apparently their upgrade items were grayed out after they beat the game. Um, and I think I fixed this one. I haven't tested it yet though. This is where things were not resetting after the Vibe Lord phase. So these are kind of like I'll have to test these in depth. But one of the requests is to add a max buying button. And so right now I have like 5x and then 20x after you prestige, beat the game the first time. But I think just changing this instead of an X amount of numbers, just maximum possible like purchase option. So I don't know how to do that though. Like the way I have the function written is I can upgrade it. Um I can upgrade it based on the number of levels I want to send, but it's like, how do I reverse that? So that's actually kind of what I want to figure out. You would like 2 to 3, like the 1x, 5x, and max. But the problem with that is the UX. And so it's like, I would love to I mean, I guess if I move these buttons further down, the problem is, like, some of these upgrades are very large text-wise because I had to display so much information already. Like, look at this. All this information in there. And so, no, there's not. Like, this X20, there's not room for another button. And it's, like, already taking up so much. And the way this is set up, I could add another button next to this, I think. But even then, like, implementing the max purchase option, I still have to figure it out because it's like, it's gotta test it, and the math just isn't making sense to me. Or not the math, but the algorithm. Oh, yeah, there's also a sound when it's disabled. Um, sound when undisabled. Uh, you got a screenshot? Yeah, and it's not like, the problem is, well, now that I've, like, expanded this, it might actually be fine. But the issue was, like, the titles were, like, wrapping around. It was causing these to be really tall, and it just didn't look good. Now I can make these upgrade buttons smaller. I made them big just because. And I can make, instead of X20, it could just say 20 or max, and that might be fine. 'Cause I think, oh yeah, I did not put these in an H box. Okay, that's not bad. But, like, max doesn't really make sense, right? 'Cause you're not like, that's confusing verbally, like, you're not maxing this upgrade out, this is the max available. It does make more sense than I think? Like, I mean, I like it. It actually works. Okay, yeah, and that's the other thing too is, if if you've ever gone here to read my postmortem, of the game, my biggest thing was I should have played more clicker games. 'Cause, like, I just kinda went into this. I've only made one clicker game before, and, like, nobody played that. I mean, I guess some people played it. There was a leaderboard and stuff, but, um, I didn't play enough before making this game, and so there was a lot of, like, I don't really know what I'm doing kind of situation, so okay, I mean, if that makes sense to have a max button, then I can make this full width. Ooh, can I? There we go. Yeah, so there we go. And I'll have to hide these on the ones that are upgraded. Okay, I mean, that would make sense, doing, like, this upgrade button, and then when you hit this, and then max will take the maximum available. I think it would just take the resources. The problem is, so every upgrade, it adds, like, a cost. Like, see how that went from 240 to 250, and then to 260? I need to, like, calculate that amount each time based on the total resources. Right, it is a double-edged sword. So I'm not, like, stuck in, like, the traditional clicker, but I also don't know, like, the things that people have already kinda solved. I think this is totally fine though. Even UX wise, it looks great. There's the purchase. So this has a purchase button and then a max button. The max button will always be available, obviously, unless the unlock is not unlocked. Um, so I almost have to make a simulation. Like it needs I'm not gonna loop through it 2,000 times though. Well, no, not always available. Just available in the fashion that the upgrade buttons are. The only time this is the max is not available is when it's 0. But yeah. So like if I buy 20, it makes it. Wait a second. How can I buy the Vibe Singularity? I think this is my one of my hacked. This is my hacked save where I didn't actually go through all this stuff. No, because I chose this one. I don't know. How long was this playthrough? 45 minutes? This is a legitimate playthrough. Why did that just unlock? Yeah, I need to reverse calculate the formula, but it's, it's different because my formula allows me to check the number of levels when I hit the add button. So right now, whenever I purchase an upgrade, I check for how many levels. And then I have a big upgrade cost. So if we find where this is at, what we can do is we get these requirements for a big purchase. Okay, and the big update total. These are not great variable names, I know. Uh, we do a dynamic calculation. So we get the level by default. It's the big upgrade total, which is 5, and then it goes to 20. Um, where was that? Where was that calculation? So there's a calculate cost, dynamic cost. So this checks, and this actually, it was pretty laggy. Might be a chance to actually fix this up a little bit. So it goes through for every level and then it like calculates this cost because this is a formula for the upgrades. And honestly, this needs to even be standardized. I do need to turn this into a function because it's used multiple times. It's used multiple times in multiple places. This is not clean code. Let's see. So basically we want to get the return cost of something. Oof, magic numbers. Oh, this is just so if it does go past the maximum available. What's the Vibe Lord multi? Oh, this is for endgame calculations to make things cost more. So they weren't like $10 and stuff. Because I wanted to unlock the upgrades for people to be able to continue. That's why when everything unlocks, it's like 20. You want to eat that formula? Don't touch it. It was the best formula for the setup. Like I went through many formulas trying to figure this out. And I needed something linear but not like too steep because when I first made this formula, it was exponential and you were capping out like the resumes in like before it hit max level. Hey, Geekbot, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by and lurking. Appreciate you. Okay. So if we need to test the maximum level. Passive cost is a linear upgrade. Yeah, all of it is. No. Is it? No. Passive cost is constant. It's the I don't have anything rendering out in the front. So all of this actual cost is but the passive, is that what you're saying? Like these? I think it's just the money. Yeah, I think everything except for the money is flat. So this always costs 2,000 rep, but then the cost goes up. Hey, Hext, J-Ball. From my League of Legends days? 16 years? That's been a long time. Welcome back, dude. Hope you're doing well. J-Ball. Man, that's been a long time. You're trying to read my code. Okay, yeah, the rep will be the easy part, right? Because that's flat. It's this cost that's dynamic. And let me find, let's see. Yeah, so this looks pretty standard. So that's a big purchase versus a standard click. When the heck am I calling big purchase? Just the upgrade 5 button. Okay. Oh, you've never called me. Oh, I thought you were saying your old username was J-Ball. You haven't seen this fella in 16 years. Me? Okay, so the passive cost is the cost amount times the upgrade total. Yeah, so this is only based on the amount of levels that we need. The passive requirement, that stays the same. It just says, do we have the total passive cost? What are the inputs, by the way? Calculate the costs. That's what I'm checking here. It was a little bit more straightforward until I added the X5 and then X20 button, so I'm just checking through the code again. And the big upgrade cost is we need to check if the player has more than our dynamic cost. And then our total cost, I guess I should only calculate this one time. That would be ideal. Need to make sure I do that for the other one too. Okay. Okay. So I only do this one time. Okay, and then and level up. So this is basically just checking to make sure the upgrade level current plus the upgrade total is going to be less than or equal to this. And next Prodigy. The Deva vibe clicker? What? Yeah, that's me, actually. Wow, you're right. No, I'm working on stuff right now. I'm actually working on your very complex request. Speaking of the person who requested this, we're working on this one next Prodigy, the max buying option. And I'll let you know, it was easy to add to the UX. There's a max button here. But now I'm going through the code and making sure I can actually connect it. Yeah, no, I figured this is gonna be a good quality of life, and like having the X20 in this final phase was kind of my solution to that. You know, you can just X20 this, but yeah, like if you're doing 2000 and you've got plenty of rep, like I could probably max this out. So it's like might as well just hit max. And I'm obviously this is gonna be like the total number you can do. But yeah, so like the problem is like if this is the main cost, this also changes. Oh, so it's a tough one. I probably shouldn't do this math one on stream. Okay, so the big upgrade cost can level up, then we purchase it. But we are doing big purchase all based off of this. Okay. And then we want to purchase the upgrade. So we can write another function. Exactly. The current cost needs to be checked for every level. And that's the thing with doing like even exponential linear curve, whatever, it needs to check this every upgrade step. That is why I have it doing it in this dynamic cost calculation. It checks every level test. So it gets the total number of upgrades, it checks the level, and then for every one of these, it returns the total cost. Well, it adds to the total cost and returns how much it's going to cost. So I have to do the reverse of this almost, where it's like we want to find out how many total levels we can get. But instead, we're going to be passing back the level instead of the total cost. That makes sense. And we want to pass in, we don't even need to pass anything, and this is just going to be how many resources we have. We need to return an int. And I need to turn this into a function. Uh, because this is literally my test, I think. I like the max button next to the 20. Wasn't it 10 yesterday? No? It's 5 and then 20. I haven't changed it. I can change it dynamically though. Right here. If I wanted to. See? Times 100. That's why I made this function. So I can do it dynamically. Like, I figured this was gonna be a problem. Planting Mandela effect to your loyal players. It's always been 20. The launch has been 20 for a very long time. I've had this at 20 before Steam launch. No. Yes, I am calculating that every time. Yeah, Okapi fan, this is why there's a delay whenever you upgrade and, like, get money. What is it? Yeah, this is why there's that delay in the upgrades going, is I didn't it has to check it. Level equals final cost divided by current cost times passive, where final cost is current total the player owns. Once again, the current cost needs to be updated multiple times. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. I need to go check that out. So what we need to do here though is we just need to check. So that one's checking levels. This one's trying to return how many levels we can do. You only have the record of today gameplay? I mean, on my YouTube channel, I save all my VODs to YouTube. All right, let me be real. There's no proof that I changed this recently. Th- uh, there's nothing. I've updated it so like an old version, like on Friday, before I updated everything, it was probably 10. But no, my GitHub definitely says I'm not gonna go through this. You can't search by specific changes. Fixed upgrades, big button. Nope. 1.0.1. Um, it's been almost 30 days since I made that change. It's been like 30 days. Well, 25 to be more specific. Swear I'm not gaslighting. You need to get rid of that loop. There's nothing I can do about the loop. It needs to check incrementally the cost. I don't know how to get rid of the loop. It's dynamic though, because it needs to take into account that upgrade. So like once it gets the new value, it needs to check that value against the new value. That's the problem here. That's what I was having issues with. Yo, Mars, welcome in. Thanks for the 10 bits and the giant Seto wave. We've got Seto in this game. Look at him, he's right there. I think he's actually coding games right now. It starts at 5 and then changes to 20. Yeah, it definitely starts at 5 and then it goes up to 20 for this, but do I even need an X20 button? if we're just gonna have the max button. Oh yeah, I guess you don't always want to do like the max. You maybe want to do like, you're like, oh, I just want to put 20 there, 20 there. Like you don't want to use up all your resources. Yeah. Yeah, no, next Prodigy. It was definitely it was 10 a while ago. When I first did the big button upgrade, it was definitely 10, but then I modified it so that it could be dynamic, and then that's why I changed it to 20. Um, here. So yeah, it was definitely 10 before. You're not losing it. You are right, but it has been 20 since the Steam launch at least. I don't think the original launch for itch and stuff had the 20. Oh, I am losing, just not over this one. Okay, good. That's good. Hey, making sure it's not me. Breaking into your realm, I'm putting PHP and WordPress on a Linux server to work on a website? Hell yeah. Mars, welcome to the world of WordPress. I recommend Bricks Builder if you're doing anything, you want done visually. You want something free? Just use Gutenberg editor. Good luck. So, it would be nice to get rid of this loop. But what it needs to do is it needs to like test this. There- Are there any math whizzes? This would be a great time to speak up. Basically what needs to happen is I need to test this algorithm, this formula for X amount of levels, and then I need to reverse it and find out how many levels I can get based on the resources I have. I'm relearning math in this moment. Yeah, this is time to learn. Don't ask me. I still say aliens will show up one day and show us 1 plus 1 equals potato. On the track we're on, like, have you seen the emotes we have? We're going back to hieroglyphs. Okay. So we need to return the total number of levels. We also need the total resource amount. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and infer this. This is a lot slower. Oh, okay. Never mind. It won't let it. Never mind. All right. So we have the total number of resources. Now we need to apply this formula. So I'm going to turn this into a function. What am I returning here? I guess an int. Return costs. I actually probably need to do this as well. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not checking the total cost to make sure the total cost doesn't go over the total amount of resources. So I guess this technically doesn't matter. Oof, this is ugly code. Look away. Let's just not cap it. It's not getting capped anyways. Um, okay, so we don't have upgrade level tests and we don't have upgrade level max. So these are the values we need to pass in. So we need to do current level and max level. Oh wait, upgrade level max. This isn't current level. This is just the level that we're checking. Okay. Really upset someone with that comment one day. Get really upset and said math is universal. That questioning it just promotes false information. And I argued with him for an hour about how everything we think is based on perception, and an alien race could come along and show us that we don't know anything. I mean, Mars. The brain named itself, dude. That's all I've got to say. Got it. Your formula, I think, is new cost equals current times passive to the level's power. Is it based on this? You don't know what the current multiplier is. What is that? Progress? And progress is the level divided by the level max. Who's a goat dev now? Me. Yeah. Once you told me about the XP thing, I've maxed it out. I've got 226 points left over. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in this game. I was thinking about making an add-on. There's probably already an add-on. I was thinking about making an add-on that has a project timer, like how long I've actively been working on the project. If I do 10 times 1.14 times, you get the same result as the formula. But that's oh yeah, that is the formula, right? The upgrade difference is the upgrade cost times the multiplier plus this. So you're saying I can make my return cost equal to okay, let's just test this. Um we'll just call it new cost because that's what you said. Uh, uh okay. Also, I found out that again, this is slower. I should have been explicitly typing these. I think these are all floats. And then I convert it to an int because that's math. Wait, does somebody actually have it? Oh, hell yeah. Mars, the MVP. Thank you. I'm doing this for my next project. Dude, that's awesome. In case anybody's wondering, I know you can just click the link, but this is exactly what I was just talking about. How cool would it be? My thing I don't like about the GX Games, add-on is it, like, forces us like, a minimum width for my windows, so I can't even have it enabled while I'm working. Just fine, I guess, but I do like that you can, like, bring these together. And this little milestone thing? Yeah, this is exactly what I needed. Thank you, Mars. Uh, taking 10 is current cost, 1.1 modifier is passive, and then 4 times to do 4 levels. Well, and that's not necessarily yeah, so that's what I'm saying. This should work because 'cause we're gonna get the return cost, but then we need to test it this many times, right? So, we want to test the level. The problem is the progress comes from the level we're testing, and we're doing this every time. So you're saying okay, that makes sense. How do I how do I do it? Like, is it just .pow? Is it math.pow? I feel like that's it. I wanna do it on, like, a vector, though. Okay, so it's just pow and then 3 and 4. Why isn't it giving me, like, the actual function? Yeah. Okay, this is I'm gonna damn, I hate the rounding. I don't wanna round. It's already doing it here, so oh, this is messy. Yo, Granger. Welcome in, dude. I am adding new things to Vibe Clicker. I know that I said I was gonna start working on a new project, but had a lot of good feedback, so I feel like I can make some good quality of life. Yes, yes, I'm getting rid of the rounding up here. My trip home sucked, dude. There was a closure in a mountain pass because there was an accident and we got stuck there for like 30 minutes, which isn't terrible, right? But it was like hot and then the sun was like beating down on us. And then the route that we were supposed to go where it would have been faster was completely closed off. Like it was just closed. So we had to reroute a different way and it added like 2 hours to our trip. It's enough math for you first time, first some snacks, then maybe more math. Thank you, a coffee fan. I think you got me in the right direction with this. I think this makes sense. And now let's just see if I can get it to work, right? All right. Where is your 10 coming from? Is that the current level? When does the Vibe Clicker expansion come out? I have no idea. Honestly, there's not that many, like, actual requests for changes. I'm working on adding a max buy button right now. I do wanna revamp the shop so that you guys can get it from the beginning of the game instead of it being time gated, basically. I wanna fix this the auto buy unfocus button, so that when you do hit space, it brings it back to the clicker. Um, I don't think I've ever had this issue because every time I hit space, I'm always clicking and hitting space at the same time. So I automatically unfocused. And then I think it would be cool to have this, which was in the original game design document, of having random events that pop up and kind of affect the way you do things. And then I'm gonna clean up the secret ending, make it a little bit more obvious on how you can get it. It obvious but subtle, you know, and some other bugs that have been found throughout. But yeah, I'm not quite sure when we'll get the expansion. It's gonna be a content update rather than expansion. And then I'm going to put some once I can figure out how to do DLCs, I'm gonna do the supporter DLC, and put like a bunch of like cosmetics, cursors, AI bots, clickers, that kind of thing, like behind the developer support bundle. But obviously there will be tons of clickers and stuff that you can utilize, and maybe even add custom sounds that you can switch between instead of tying the clickers to a specific sound so that you can make your experience the way you want. Oh, thank you, a copy fan. Okay, so the new cost, you're saying current cost, which is this, times, and then you're saying the passive? I'm not sure what you mean by passive. The passive is technically this return cost. So times return cost, I guess it would be times the POW, right? Return cost level, like this. I had a passive increase. Mm, ooh, Granger's working on a game for Steam. Ooh. What could it be? What is this? Welcome back. So you're saying the passive. I don't have a passive. Because I'm just trying to calculate the cost of the main upgrade. This is different. This passive cost amount, it's totally separate. If we go to the actual upgrades, there's a passive like this is separate. Here we go. We've got one that costs like 2 power. And then think this also goes up. Wait, it says you're a sub. What do you mean, Granger? Did you get hit with an ad? 'Cause you said you liked RPG Maker. I can get you a key for my closed alpha on the first. Ooh, oh, for your other project. I would love to, yeah. That'd be sweet. Ah, man, I can appreciate a good RPG Maker game. It's been a while. I mean, I played mine and I was like hit with nostalgia and I loved it. Dang, Granger, it doesn't say that you subbed. Well, thank you for the sub. Oh, wait, there it is. Hey, Granger, welcome back to the average goobies. You've been a goob, you're always a goob. But around here, we're all goobs, so now you can use the goob goob. Twitch can't handle it for you, you have to actually tell me that you're resubbing. Yeah, that's weird, right? I guess it wants you to be there when your sub gets announced, like, that's kinda nice. To try to understand what the frick your code was doing, mid you figuring it out yourself. I know what my code does when I made it. I knew this was gonna like, just hurt trying to figure this back out again, but that's okay. Because we have a dynamic calculation cost, and then we have a regular calculation cost. So the calculation cost, this just does 1 upgrade. This is what I was doing for 1 upgrade, and then I just decided it'd be cool to throw in a magic number. I'm not a Twitch dev, so I can complain about it, but it also makes sense that they want you to be there for your resub. Don't take the goob goob away. Never. Yes, I know I'm a dev on Twitch, but it's not like I'm working on Twitch. I can complain about Twitch. I think that's how you make products better, right? You hear people's complaints. It's not like there's a staff member in here, and before a staff member's in here. Uh, yeah, so this is bad. So we've got multiple ways to calculate. What I want to do though is move everything into just a formula. I want to put everything into a formula here so that I can call this one time, figure out what level, whether it's 1 level up. See, that's the thing though, is this calculates the next level. I am. That's what I'm doing. Okapi fan, I just said I'm converting it to one function. The reason this was is because they were 2 separate buttons, and I had this one button, and then I had one that figures out how many levels I need to do. This one defaulted to the big button upgrade. So what I'm doing is converting this one by getting rid of this. I don't want the for loop. That takes way too long, especially since it's doing for every upgrade. And then we wanna move it into this formula here. So I think I got everything in here. We do need to this is gonna be total cost. Sorry, Twitch, I won't bully again. Please don't delay me into getting a fight with Yeah, this is Twitch just putting the delay on you. Alright, so you're saying this should work though, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie this new button to that function. Ugh, get out of here, theme. Okay, we got an upgrade max button. It's unique. Where is my listen? Don't worry about this upgrade 5 button. Okay. I didn't think I was gonna pass 5, and now now it's like an upgrade 5, an upgrade 20. And then we're gonna have an upgrade max button, so which I could actually just make it upgrade 5 all the time now that we're having a max button. We'll see. Alright, the upgrade max button. Sorry, Twitch, I won't bully again, it's Goob's fault. Arrest him. You can get arrested for bullying at some point, right? There's like a level, like a bullying tier that you can get arrested at. Yo, Captain Anosa, the one and the only, the first streamer to play Vibe Clicker on stream after release without knowing it. I heard everyone gets a free Steam key to Vibe Clicker. Oh my gosh. Would you believe that that is accurate information? Right now, if you go to that URL, you can get Vibe Clicker for free on Steam. You can conquer 17 achievements. Hang on, I gotta pull it up. Look at that. We got the idle clicker on Steam itself. Here it is. You've got from college graduate to Vibe Lord. Oh, from college graduate to Vibe Lord. We've got 6 different career phases. You have resource management, satirical story, multiple endings, and unique hand drawn art. It is pretty unique. That's the word I used. What if you already got the 17 achievements? Then you're done. You beat the game, and now you lost the game. But after you get those 17 achievements, you can actually, I think if you scroll down, somewhere in here, it'll ask you to leave a review, and you can leave a review on what you thought about the game, whether it's good or bad. All feedback is welcome so that I can help improve this game and future ones. And then I'm currently working on an update that will bring even more achievements so you can come back and try to achieve more. I know I saw that, Granger. Thank you. Free in this economy? Yeah, you guys support me by showing up, donating, subbing, all that kind of fun stuff. And honestly, this was kind of my Steam proof of concept. So by getting a successful game out on Steam, I've got a little bit more confidence and hopefully gaining a little bit of trust. Like, hey, this guy makes games. Even though you can come over here to my portfolio and see all these amazing, totally not out of game jam completed games and see that. No, it's kind of my proof of concept. So we've actually got discussions going, not to get totally sidetracked here, but people are talking about things. Pretty cool. This thread started with a typo and had 20 comments later. This is people talking about the secret ending, the different prestiges. Like, I can't believe it. These are people that probably don't even know who I am, and they're out here playing my game. It's so cool. Not holding him hostage until he posts a new update. I'm not. I'm doing this under my own duress. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, I'm adding this button. Okay, signals. I'm gonna put comments here. Big upgrade button. And then we're gonna do max buy button. You've been adding the max buy for the last 20 minutes? No. It's already added. Now I'm giving it purpose. It's not the min button, people. It takes time. Yes, exactly. Whoops. What's the function that we've been creating? We want to print the total cost here. Let's see what comes back. Look, it's already been added to the game. Oh boy. Oh. All right, we can just do that for now. He's a published dev now. He has no time to deal with us mere mortals. No way. Hey, look at that. Setolix with the raiding party. Oh no, quit attacking me. I'm just trying to stream here. Hey Seto, how you doing? Welcome in. I hope you had a great stream. I hope you were able to get tons of stuff done. I'm not gonna lie, I saw you in a light IDE mode. Thought that was a bold choice in the community. I love it. Welcome in, RGB. Hello, Sabian. Welcome. Kilted Ninja, first time chatter from the raid. Rolling in. Hello, hello. And Granger. Wait a second. I know you. Yes, good evening to everybody. No, coffee fan, stay. You're helping me. No, come back. Hey, Mars is raiding in too. Finn is fine in the house. Yo, very well. Unfortunately, I didn't get a ton done because things blew up in your face. Oh, Seto, I'm sorry to hear that. You can do some deving while you hang out and hopefully get ahead of yourself. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that you can stream and then you can continue deving right after you stream. That is so much dedication. I don't know how you do it. You're a light mode streamer. Oh man, people get so mad. I don't understand. I'm light mode during the day, dark mode during the night. What more can you ask for? I've not been here the whole time. Mars got caught. Welcome in, everybody. I'm the average goob. And Seto was generous enough to bring you guys to my stream. I actually just launched my game, Vibe Clicker, and it is on Steam. I did launch the initial version on itch, but now we've got it on Steam. What more can you ask for? I released it on Friday, and you guys can play it now. It's free. It's free to play. Yeah, everybody go everybody go buy Vibe Clicker. I did exclamation Steam. You can go check it out. If you don't like clicker games, this is not for you. If you like clicker games and a little bit of silly story, this is for you. Yeah, this was 2.5 months of development, all the art and everything done by me. I streamed a lot of the dev. You know, you can check this out on averagegamestudio.com, where I've got a project here under portfolio. You can check out Vibe Clicker. You can play it on GX Games. You can play it on itch if you want to play the browser version. Um, you can read about it, and there's more links to it. You can even view my game design document. I made this public so everybody could check out my game design document and how I got here. It's very short. This is like the shortest game design document I worked from. You can buy me a coffee. That's cool, right? And then I even included, as you know, a game designer with some college training. One of the biggest things was a postmortem, and I feel like this is an important thing. So if you want to see my thoughts on making this game, I did put my postmortem notes in here. So this is like how I felt, what I learned, what I should have done better, that kind of thing. So you can kind of see some insight into like how I feel about it. One thing, I didn't play enough clicker games, so this is not your traditional clicker game. You can check out the trailer. You can view the development playlist if you want to watch me make the game in the past, or really it's just what I'm doing now. I'm just talking and acting like I'm developing. And then you can see where the game started. So it's come a long ways. This is actually the first screenshot of the game. That was Vibe Clicker. This is Vibe Clicker now. We're working on a new content patch. We're fixing bugs and we're getting the game ready for a new update so that everybody can enjoy it. I do have an update that I'll push to Steam probably by the end of next week, fixing a lot of the bugs and stuff. And they're like things that like if you play the game a lot, like hours worth of content, lots, you'll start running into some wonky things. You just close the game, restart it, everything's fixed. But yeah, it's your clicker game with some auto buy, auto click. It turns into an idler. You have to balance reputation. You've got processing power, all your money. We got all these different phases of a career, and yeah, it's cool. We got a vibe shop too, and this is actually I've been waiting to show you guys. We've got Seto right here. Look at that. He's over here coding games. I don't have 25,000 vibe points, though. Maybe I can get some vibe points. That only gives me 5. But yeah, so if you, like, change these out, it's like, I've got this little Chonky guy. So if I equip him, now we got Chonky vibes. But yeah, so I'm working on this max upgrade button here to make it a lot better so that you can just max upgrade stuff. And it does. It looks like it shows the total here. This does not seem right. I think this is the maximum number. You love the sound effects for the Chonky bot? Some of these are a little jarring. Like, and you can preview them. So we've got auto buy, but you can preview them whenever you click them. The classic cup. The lil vibes. We got Chonky vibes. We've got chill vibes. We've got my first mug that I drew for the game. Coffee machine. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff here. Big vibing. So yeah, and I'm gonna make it so that you can like mix and match the sound effects. I want to overhaul the vibe shop so that you can do that kind of stuff. The Book of Love. Yep. We got the Vibe Throne. It's actually my favorite. This was the first like vibe shop item that I made too. We got the AI Overlord. Only good vibes. And then of course Seto and Bot. What's really cool about this one, and I really, you know what, let me just give myself the vibe points. Change player's score. Let me just do this. We're gonna 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna give myself so many vibe points. I don't know what to do with it. Yes, yes, Granger. Actually, I'm gonna be doing a supporter DLC for Vibe Clicker on Steam, where you'll be able to actually you'll be able to have different cursors. So your cursor will change. You'll be able to change the background, like these little scrolling backgrounds. You'll be able to change the little AI that's rolling around, and you'll be able to change the auto buy AI. And that's what I was about to say. Let me give myself so many vibe points, right? So you'll see here with the Seto and Bot, look at that. We've got Seto Sun and we've got Seto. Boom, boom, and boom. So you're gonna be able to do custom little bots. You'll be able to swap those out. Everything will be customizable. It'll be your own clicker experience. And I'm actually gonna update the vibe shop to work from the beginning. So as soon as you get through the noob, you buy your first, your first AI, you'll unlock vibe points. And then whenever you max any of the upgrades, it'll give you vibe points. And then you'll be able to use those vibe points in the vibe shop. And if I say vibe one more time, I'm probably going to summon the vibe lords. So we got to be careful. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna make so the rolling dude can swap out too. They're gonna be different cosmetics. I can't obviously use like IPs, you know, but I'll make some little rolly guys so we can have different auto clickers. Have a rolling Seto, that'd be funny. Yeah, this is what I'm working on, everybody. So thank you for being part of it, and thanks for bringing everybody over, Seto. Appreciate you. It has come a long ways, really fast. Actually, it's kind of crazy. It's been so funny having regulars come through and scream, "My eyes!" Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm catching up on chat here. But yeah, the IDE being light mode, like when I have click up in light mode, people freak. Hey, Mars, thank you for the 10 biddies and the clap and Seto. Sorry, the Seto clap. Seto Lee clap. And then on this one, so if anybody ever wants to do a collab with me on Vibe Clicker, just you can go to Average Game Studio and just contact me, and you know maybe we can get something. I don't know if you guys see it, but it does pop up Seto's Twitch channel there. It has a random chance to pop his Twitch channel up. Free advertising. Daily World Wordle popped up. It's all good. I get it. I understand. Oh, Full Box probably has some extra balls he could lend you. Maybe. What I could do is I could just make it a redeem, and then you guys can tell me what to draw. But yeah, so there's a lot going on here. I'm trying to figure out the max button. Like Granger said, I've been spending 20 minutes on it. But it's a complex change, okay? I just found out the total cost definitely is not correct. Hey, thank you for the follow, Kilted Ninja. We're getting close to 1,000 followers around here. And I don't have anything planned for the 1,000 followers. But maybe we do a game jam. I don't know. Granger, I know you're messing with me. I shouldn't have chosen the math one to work on. Ooh, we a game jam. Mars, thank you for the 10 bits on the Goob Goob as well. Almost missed him. He's like dancing on my screen. You got a bail. Game's looking fun. Thank you. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I do have my VODs and I post them to YouTube as well. So if you miss anything and you want to check stuff out, feel free to stop by again. My first one should be the Average Goobs Game Jam. I've done one game jam. I've hosted one game jam before. It's scary. It's a lot of work, a lot of judging. Could do a game jam where I host it and then also participate. Do a Goob game jam. Yeah, you do one too? Okay. I'll think about it. That would actually be funny. The ultimate game jam. It's where the game jammers anonymous get together and make games. Okay. So this does not work. Or maybe it does. So if I hit max on this, oh, so it only needs a maximum of 484? That's not true. Oh wait, that's for one level. That's also not true. Um, hmm. That's to upgrade at one level. That's not right. Okay. So first of all, we need to throw this in here. Just going to return the upgrade cost. Did I help host Learn You a Game Jam? No, I just sponsored it. I was sponsoring it with the prizes. Love the art for Kevin and the interview coach. Thank you. Uh, it's actually if you go check out the achievements. Oh no, it doesn't show it. But you'll see Kevin's best friend Kevin. The locked version of it is the interview coach, and then when you unlock it, it's Kevin. It's just something silly. Just pause that. I feel like it keeps going back. Also, yeah, vibeclicker.com. If you guys you go to vibeclicker.com, you can also play the game right here. Look at that. The Vibe Lords have struck him down. Your player's bugging. What do you mean? Wait, what happened? You had a full refresh. Oh, oh, like my stream went down. I was like, wait, what happened to Kevin? He will be remembered. Okay. Oh, the little loading circle of death. I mean, I am streaming at like 6K bit rate. Maybe I should just do 45. It's not like I'm playing games. I don't know. I always have issues watching people's streams, and I never know if it's like me. Thank you for the hydrate. Been drinking bad juice the whole stream. It's lemonade. Okay, so the way we're calculating large upgrades is for each level, we test this. So this needs to be the upgrade level test. So progress needs to be the current level. Okay, so this needs to be upgrade level current. We don't really need, yeah, this is fine. We'll test it for one upgrade. We've got another ad break. I feel like the ad breaks are happening way too quickly. But I guess like a minute and a half ads every, is it every 30 minutes? It is way better than 3 minutes of ads every hour. Oh, Seto, hurry, run. That's okay. Sorry for spouting in misinformation about your stream's live status. I appreciate it. Well, take care of yourself. Do what you got to do. I'll most likely be back, probably working on the max buy when you come back. So, oh, yikes. Okay, so we don't want to do this. It should just be one. So the current upgrade level. So yeah, it was only doing level one. Let's see what it is. You're motivated. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so to max this out, it says only need 688 for one level. That can't be right. It should only be 260. Now it says 689. Now it says 690. So this is okay. I need to get this one's calculating in the future, and then it's returning a total cost. So the return cost and then the total cost, instead of doing a for loop, we're replacing it with the return cost times the power of, and this might be where I'm messing up. So you have the current cost times passive to the levels. I need to figure out what this is because it can't be return cost. Maybe it's the current upgrade cost. Can you make another suggestion? Yeah, feel free. I'm just talking through this, and honestly, I don't know how to handle this right now, but I think this is a much better way, is doing this in one line. The 6,822 sounds correct, right? So now if I upgrade it by 20, now it's 6,900. There's no way. Oh yeah, could it? No, it shouldn't be going up. Hmm. I'm just trying to figure out if this is giving me a total cost for one upgrade. That's not correct at all. Levels is the amount of levels you're about to upgrade. So if you want 20 levels at once, you post that. Right. I'm just trying to test it for one level to make sure this function works. So it should be giving me the cost of the next level right now. So I'm trying to make sure that like this, if I do this, it should be giving me like 5x. So I guess we can test it with 5, but it should be giving me 1, which this is the original 1 cost. Honestly, this is the code I'm probably supposed to be using. That's the same that's the same code. That's the same code. This is just better written. When hovering over the max button and the times 5, can you add the total amount in that info box? Do you think that would be too busy? Nah, that wouldn't be too busy. So it shows what your next level is gonna be. I could probably put like the total cost. That's not a terrible idea, actually. Once we get this working, um, add total cost to the info box. Great suggestion, because that's gonna be nice to see, like, what is this actually gonna take out of my resources? Thank you. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I think it should be fine there. But now, so that's definitely not giving me the right cost. Also, I need to figure out what the hell this is. So if you're over career level 5 and the required career phase is not equal to 6. Okay, so this doesn't affect anything at the 6 level. If it equals 5, we have the return cost multiplying and the return cost multiplying. Okay. That complicates things a little bit. Which actually, because the calculate cost is different than this, then this isn't correct. That's a different kind of a bug. So yeah, I definitely have to condense this. And we do have to cap it out. And then we do this. Total cost is over that, then it's just going to equal the max resource amount. If you don't upgrade to max stage before 6, you'll pay more in stage 6. You'll always it increases to 2,000 after you upgrade. After you get to career level 6, it unlocks everything. depending on your ending. So no. Well, yeah, technically, yeah, you do, but I'm not gonna tell you all the secrets. Nice try. That was a great try. I'm not telling you all the secrets. It's up to you guys to min-max it, not me. Alright. So this is, like, exactly the same code as the calculate cost, except we're adding this extra function. You didn't go to the max before the max gets upgraded. That code will apply extra modifiers for also level 10 Kevin. I'm not confirming or denying it. I'm not telling you. I mean, obviously, no, that's true, but I'm not telling you like when or why or what you should upgrade to get the maximum benefits. Like, if you pay close attention to the upgrades when you're upgrading them and stuff, you'll see. You'll see what happens. This isn't your classic clicker game. This is a goob take on clicker games. Nothing has to make sense. It's a video game. Everybody's like, "What's your formula? What math did you use? What kind of research did you do? How many upgrades can you get? Why is it capped out? Why is there a max resource limit? What are donations?" I don't know. I just made it. Well, you'd have to start a new run. If you wanna find out, you'd have to start a new run. Also, there was a sad moment. I think Nex mentioned that there's no achievement for the final click. I should add, an achievement for the final click. Um, that way it's like, "Okay, boom, I beat the game." Or have you? Goob take sounds like an excuse to write spaghetti. What? This isn't spaghetti. Hey, Hypnotic Games, thank you for the posture check, dude. Aren't you streaming? How do you do that? How do you maintain somebody's stream and your own? I don't get it. Skill. He does have the skills. You were expecting an achievement there? I'm sorry, Nex. I know. But it deletes your save data, so it feels kinda like a sad moment. But yeah, I need to add an achievement there. I think it makes sense. And that'll be, like, legit, like, the end of the game, but also, like, a way to delete your save and start over. Yeah, I'll let you go with a boom. Like, when you click it, you get back to the title screen and an achievement pops up for your Steam. Like, how cool is that? Okay, so the problem here is this total cost is not technically correct. So we need to say, we'll just say this equals the return cost, right? And then if the return cost, I guess total cost. No. If level is greater than 1, then we do total cost equals return cost times power. Yeah, that. So if it's only 1 level, it's literally returning this cost. It's doing the upgrade and then boom. Right? But If it's greater than 1, meaning like level 2, level 3, level 4, then it's gonna run this function. But I still feel like that's not correct. I feel like it wasn't running it properly. Like 30. So if we upgrade this to max, what was your function? Can you run this? 2000. What is it? It's it's not really linear though, because there's different values. Like these multipliers, it's the cost progress multi is dynamic. It's not always point 0.8. This changes per upgrade. So not every upgrade has the same path. The current cost of this one is 1120. And it has 1,970 upgrades to go. What's the modifier? Let me see. 1.5. Oh wait, 1.2? I think it's this one. Yeah, the upgrade cost it's 1.2, sorry. And the amount of levels is 1,970. Wait, 1124? That's for the next level? That's not right. Let me see. I'm gonna make it pull the max upgrade. Oh, that's a fancy screenshot. Okay. So what should it equal? Oh, I'm not doing the right. Oh, I need to use the upgrade cost multiplier? No, this doesn't, right? But this is the upgrade difference. It's not technically like, it's not straight up linear though. I'll try it though. I'll try it with the modifier. So you're saying with this upgrade cost modifier, uh, I feel like the total cost didn't even return correctly. Oh, this would be for the next level, which means I'm extremely late for bed. Oh no, Mags. Hi, goo, bye, goo. Best of luck with code. Good night. All right, good night, Mags. Also, I launched Vive Clicker on Steam. You should check it out. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. No, that's late. Yeah, no, go to bed. um, it's early. Yeah, it's early for me too. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the max level for this. Um, we're just gonna comment this out. What happened here? Levels never used. That's fine. We're not using it right now. Okay, let's do this one. See, that's not correct. Oh, wait, this needs to give me the remaining levels. Whatever, I'm just gonna do it by, like, what was it, 1,970? And then you're saying not the return cost, but the current cost? Yeah, the return cost times the multiplier to the top. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, this would be so much better than a for loop, because then I can do it backwards. That's not correct. Yeah, you did do yeah, the current cost is the return cost. Is it upgrade diff, though? Because this is the next cost. Okay, that's still it's definitely a different number. I don't think that's how much it's gonna cost, though. Saying 1124, obviously I'm rounding, so that's why we have a little bit of a different. The next cost. I'm flattered, but you don't need to code costs for me. This is literally for you. This is today is because of you, Nex. You came up with a really good idea and I want to solve it. So it is a little struggle bus for me, but it's a good exercise. This 1 plus is to make sure it's never negative. The current multiplier, if it's 0.8, I don't want to multiply the upgrade difference by 0.8. I want to upgrade it by 1 plus 0.8. So this could be like 1.8. This is a common thing. This is a common style as far as I'm concerned. This just allows me to do it more like less static. What's the modifier? What modifier? This current multiplier? This current multiplier comes from progress times this cost progress multi. So I've got everything on screen right now. So the progress is the upgrade level, the current upgrade level, divided by the max level. So that shows us the total progress of the upgrade. Uh, it might be 2.2. So you're saying to use the current multiplier instead of this cost multiplier? That's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying your math isn't checking out for me. Because this works. Like, this has been fine. This is how the game's run. We need to figure out how to get this out of a for loop. So, I'm working through it. Um, so this progress is used here for the current multiplier. We're trying to figure out, and remember, it's checking for the next upgrade. And then we multiply this cost multi, so we've got a separate one. And honestly, these might all be the same per like upgrade cost might be yeah, so it's like the higher these costs are, the lower this cost multiplier is. So these are like weighted based on the career that you're in. Um so then we get the upgrade diff, which is the upgrade base cost times the cost multiplier. That's this 1.2. plus the upgrade base cost. So this just ties in the base cost of this upgrade, which is like 50. That's fine. I can talk through this to figure it out. So then the return cost is the upgrade difference, which is this is calculated based on the progress and the current multiplier. And then we're actually increasing it more. Are we using this upgrade cost multiplier? Okay. Because yeah, I didn't want it to be exponential. It's like exponentially linear. And then what we need to do here, what is this doing for us? 2 to the 5th, it's 32. Okay, so we need to run this function. Total cost, we don't need this. We just need this, the return cost to the power of whatever it is. That seems way too high. That's not true. Um, all right, I can add this actually. I can do a print statement here. Print, we'll do the total cost and see what a 20 item upgrade is. And then we'll compare it. Okay, that's running it for every function. um, can't test it that way. What'd you say? Upgrade level current is the current level? Yes. And upgrade level max is the max level you can have. Yes. That is correct. But I need to get the difference. This needs to get the difference of max levels. But right now we're not worrying about that. We're just trying to check because I'm gonna have to do. We'll have to use that. We'll use the levels in here. So we're just using this upgrade cost formula to be like, hey, I want to upgrade this many levels. Can I do it? That should be it though, right? No. See, this is where it needs to be dynamic because this function has to run every time. This is why I have a for loop. Let's see. I'm not going to run the function inside of the function. That'd be stupid. Yeah, this is why. So this has to run every time. Is there an easier bug I can work on? What's the cost progress multi? It's a dynamic value. So specifically for this, here, you can see them. They're right here. And then upgrade base cost is this upgrade cost initially. I do not like how much space is between this. It's so annoying. Yeah, this will not work because it needs to get this return cost multiple times. Without a for loop, that's kind of tough. Yes. On this current upgrade, yes, they're different. These are dynamic values because the cost multi was going to be static, but then I just made them like this is 1.2 and this is 1.5. So instead of doing like 2.7 or whatever, so I could fine tune these whenever I need to balance. Hey, Songbird, welcome in. Thank you for the resub. Dang, 10 months in a row. Oh my gosh. I need to do some channel updates and get you guys some more badges. That's a long time. And thank you for the hydrate. Holy cow, that's a long time. But yeah, so this is 1.2, 1.5, 1.2, 0.9. Wait, yeah, so then these ones are 0.6 and 0.8, 0.8, 0.8, 0.2, 0.3. And then upgrade cost is the initial starter cost. Yeah, so that's this number here. Time flies when you get old. It really does. Your concept of time is squished. Dang, 25 or 26 months with llama? My gosh. That's 2 years. You're almost at a year over here. That's impressive. Thank you for your support. That's amazing. So we had 10 months for both you and Granger. I've been streaming. I've only been streaming since May of last year, again, actively. So you guys almost full on support since I've been back. The Alien Halloween stream? Well, that would have been in October. Yeah. Dang. That was a fun stream. I didn't know. Hmm. I also have an upgrade cost multiplier. That's this right here. So the current multiplier is getting. Oh, you're saying this one. This cost progress multi is this. Yeah. So this one utilizes the cost progress multi, and then we use the upgrade cost multiplier. I know it's confusing and there's a lot of variable names. I wrote this many different times, and this one just worked. It was way too steep before, and then this one kind of allowed me to fine tune it, which is why I have the two numbers. What's after the plus? It's the base cost. Here, let me just give you this. That helps. That way you can see it. Yeah. I don't know if it helps though, but also trying to keep the code large so people can see it. Because I'm trying to figure out a way to do this without a for loop. Because I can do this with a for loop. We just get the level in the levels and then return the total cost. But if we can get this out of a for loop, performance way up. It's like what we can do here. Let me just test it. Um, hmm. Normally you return the return cost or you repeated it with that as. The return cost happens every time. That's the problem here. Is this return cost, like this is what gets repeated. So if you look whenever I'm testing the upgrade levels, it's repeating it. So it's getting this return cost and adding it to the total. So it just needs to run these 4 pieces X amount of times. But if I can get out of a for loop, it'll save us time because I don't know if you saw, if I go in here and try to print the total cost here, look, and these numbers are right. This is correct. But it's running it a ton. So yeah, this kind of math is not my strong suit as far as coding goes. Like I know what I need to do, I just don't know what the right way to do it is, but I do know that this is not correct because we need this dynamic value to happen multiple times. Because if I need to, I can just do the for loop, but it's just dangerous. So like, I could try it though. If it wasn't your game, I would have already quit. I don't remember minus 3k points the first time I played and being stuck in beta hell. What do you mean? Negative 3k points. Yeah, the faster your upgrade goes, I mean, there's a warning on the whenever you boost up the auto clicker, it warns you that the higher your auto clicker is, the more rep you lose. You turn it off and you boost up your rep. I mean, it's easily countered, but it just prevents the game from totally playing itself. Like you do need to interact a little bit. The first time you played it, it was probably not nearly as bad or even in there. But yeah, man, the game's changed a lot in the past 3 months. Yeah, I mean, it's in there, and, like, the warning's there. Well, it's a story-driven game, like, I can't tell you to read or not. You can probably play it without reading if you just click a whole bunch, but, I mean, it's a very text-heavy game. It's not for everybody, I'll give you that much. But yeah, you can it's easy to balance based on the upgrades you get. And and I believe yeah, I mean, I think I followed, like, the purchase upgrades in order and still was able to beat it without too much issue. And it also tells you, like, if you hover over the resources, it'll tell you, like, "Oh, higher auto clicks loses rep." I mean, it's that's the whole thing. If people catch you out in the field using AI, you immediately like, people, like, don't like you as much all of a sudden for some reason. That's just the current landscape of life. Um, so that's what I was playing it off of. It's a satire story, I mean, it's short, you can play it for 30 minutes, you can beat it. I think my best time is actually 43 minutes. I use AI and those people can bite me. Yeah, well, I mean, like, you have to. If you don't use AI, you get left behind, especially in, like, coding and automation and stuff. Technically, like, people have been using AI for a really long time with automation and, like, Zapier and stuff, just automating workflows, that kinda thing. So, it made sense to have AI make decisions, but I think it's funny seeing the stories of, like, people giving AI unrestricted access to their code base and just losing everything. It's pretty funny to me. I wouldn't let it run rampant. Holy shit. Yeah, see, Okabe fan, you can see the struggle that I'm going through, and this is why I did it this way. Alright, so what we're gonna do is test this. How do I bind can I bind a number to this? What I sent you is the current way simplified? The whole thing? Or the one-liner? Because the whole thing is basically as long as my code. Okay, 22,156 makes sense. 4,431, these numbers seem correct. 44,000, yeah, my little looping function works. So yeah, the loop function works just fine. What happens if I do this one? That looks like, yeah, that's not cap either. Ooh, that one did not. That's either still running or didn't process. Oh no. 34 million runs, but why don't these ones? Is it because I can't get them? Which values do you start your current test upgrade level, current upgrade level max? 30 and 2000. I was testing with the handwritten cover letters, so start with 30 and go to 2000. Oh, I'm just testing 20 right now. So in 22 156, 2207. Rounded, that sounds about right. These aren't perfect absolute numbers, but that was pretty damn close. So again, it's gonna be 22 156, 2207. Okay. 22 156, 2207. Oh no. I think I just broke my test. I didn't have to test with, dang it. All right, started at 50 and go to 2000. I'm gonna test with a different one. Okay, so let's get this. All right, saying it's gonna cost 4,431, 440. Wait a second, that's not right. 20 times 260 is not correct. Oh boy. I think my new formula already is way better than these other functions. Oh no. Okay, and then we do, I think this is totally fine. I can even test this now. Time to download an auto clicker. Yeah, the one that I've used. What did I use? I don't even have it anymore. Yeah, I've tried one. It worked just fine though. Imagine being the one that requested this feature and having to sit through this pain. Yeah, next. Yep. But I think this is a good quality of life. I think now you're getting like a feel of what your one request requires. And obviously if I was off stream, like I would have way more focus. I wouldn't be responding to people. I wouldn't be like doing these tests back and forth. Like I'd be Googling a lot more. I am trying to kind of solve this without Google, so it's kind of on me. But it is this is what happens. Hi, I'm without Google. I mean, so far, Okabe, I haven't used anything you've given me. You're kinda like an AI agent running in the background trying to solve this while I re-implemented my current janky for loop. So, I did go back to this for now, just because it does I think it works. It works better than whatever it looks like the times 20 is not even working. It's saying that only cost me $440 for 20, even 260 times 20 is that's not correct. I swear this was working before. Like, that was only 2,200. That's not correct. So something's broken. Um, okay, so you're saying from 50? So from 50 to 2,000, if I max this out as the next price? No, I don't think so. The next price is 1140. So from no, I said you gotta change it. I accidentally saved it. It's at 50. You have to go from 50, but yeah, that's also not correct. I know it's so confusing. What's your base formula? There is no base formula. There's no such thing. This is what I'm working with. Oh, hold on a second. I've added in this career level stuff. Hold on. Don't worry about it. All right. So we need also it's still wrong though. But we need so it's 1140 here right now this current cost cuz I put it to 50. It keeps every time you upgrade Mars, every time you upgrade any of your AIs, so AI 1.0, it says it lowers the click interval by 0.05 seconds. Upgrades lower the click interval. So anytime you get those or the vibe orb, this one has it's a faster speed. Every time you upgrade it, it'll put it back up. And if you go really fast, it tells you your reputation's at stake. The public doesn't like AI that much. You risk losing reputation with faster auto clicks, and you'll see I'm losing 12,000. So it's because people know that you're using AI and you haven't balanced your reputation, and the more rep per click you have, the lower your rep goes down. And then when it upgrades, now it's at 1.82, 1.83, 1.84. And like if I bring it all the way to slow and I upgrade my AI, it's volatile. That's what's happening. So every time this vibe orb gets upgraded, it'll push you back up. So that is part of the game. Stupid AI. Thank you. That's what I've been trying to say this whole time. That's what this game is about. This game is about how ironic it is. We have landed on the story. Learns from humans. What did you expect? Okay. So if I hit the max button, it's saying it's going to cost me 2,215. For what? That's just for oh. What did I bind it to? 20? But this isn't correct because it already has these in place. Should I test this outside of the Vibe Lord phase to make this easier? All right, so my next upgrade should cost 1140. It's saying 1100. All right. What am I rounding? It's a float. This is a float. We are using level. What's the debugger? Using an assignment with the operation total cost, but it's not. What? Was not previously assigned a value. Okay. Actually, the total cost does. Whoops. It does equal upgrade cost. Okay. So then if this happens, it changes the return cost. Then we add it to it. We loop through it for every level. 50 to 51 is 114. That's not correct. How could it be 114? Check review stuff on that and make sure it's not sus. We're just adding it. We'll see. I mean, like Tubi's the one that I remember. Tubi's kind of like the same thing. But yeah, that's cool. Always nice having a good streaming. 2475 is the next cost? I don't think so. $50 to 51. Here, like, All right, okay. So I probably need to test this outside the Vibe Lord phase just to get these base values working better. Because yeah, like even this is not right. 2200? I upgraded it 20 times, not 2 times. And then this max value, it's saying 2250 for the next level. That's not true. Is it using the base cost? Yeah, this is... Is there an easier thing we can fix, like I said? Let's say, we'll do next Prodigy. This is your fault. We unfocus the buying button. That seems so much easier. Ugh. It's my fault. I'm placing on whoever I want. That's okay, Copyfed. Thank you for your help. This isn't your fault. This is mine, and I need to simplify the upgrade function so that I can manage it in one place. It's being managed in like 3 places right now. Because it was easier to copy and paste at the time. And when I was fine-tuning values to balance the game, that was just the easiest route. So I think the Steam game is in its final version. We're done. I'm done making the video game. We're never gonna see it again. Say bye. I'm just kidding. You have to have the original value correct before that. Yeah, and because I'm playing from the final phase and stuff, like, it's been upgraded and everything is already in place and it's already calculated the next upgrades, it's not gonna be accurate, I don't think. So I think that's probably the problem. Is definitely the problem. Alright. I'm looking for I think I have a button right here. Okay, it's supposed to. That's interesting, Next. When you're hitting space, it should already. Alright, good night, Copy fan. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I'm sorry for frustrating you. Hopefully it motivated you to work on your game and improve your code so that you don't go through the same stuff I'm going through. Yeah. So every time I don't understand. So you said, let me just go back to the original message here. To unfocus the auto buy button and stuff that it doesn't make sense to keep focus. I clicked there, and when I was clicking space, I found I was only enabling or disabling this feature. Oh. Where? Huh. Yeah, it already it shouldn't. Yeah, you were probably hitting enter. Yeah. Yeah, enter is the accept button by default. Um so yeah. Okay, cool. Oh god, that was such an easy bug to fix. Can we get more of those? No, I want more user error bugs. Those ones are easy to fix. Welcome back, Seto. We have not solved the max buying button, but I'm getting there. It's okay, Prodigy. I figured it was probably that. But it is hard bound to space and click. It's just how it is. You know, it's like you can map it to any key or button you want. I guess if you wanted to use a controller. Um, I don't have I don't have any batteries in my controller, so I can't I can't fix that right this second. Uh, double A. No, it's fine. I'll just map it. I can map it to like the A button on like a controller, but it's not really controller friendly anyways, so um I feel like just having the space and the other click I think is fine for now. And again, I assumed most people were going to use auto clickers. That's kind of the guess with a clicking game. But I added the layer of story to everything for those that wanted to enjoy the game a little bit because it's not your typical clicker game. I mean, the achievement hunters and stuff blew through the game. I think like less than an hour, maybe an hour to get everything, just because they had to do multiple runs to get the rest of the achievements. Um, but even that, not terrible. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, this is definitely it's a clicker game. It's not for everybody. If your hands hurt and stuff, please take a break. Please. But if you're like me and you've been working on this for months, you're probably already developing carpal tunnel. So again, take stretch breaks. Okay, I think we can hop back into this. Yeah, when you went public domain. Winnie the Pooh horror game. That's funny. A horror movie. Sorry. Okay, what we're gonna do? I'm gonna delete my save. Whoops. Bye-bye. Okay. We're gonna scoot through some of the game. I'm gonna get enough money to upgrade this to max. Yes, I'm using space and click. All right, so it's saying this upgrade should cost me $10 to upgrade. The heck? Why isn't it working? You can space and click at the same time? Yeah. Yeah, of course. I made it so you could use both at the same time. And then if you got a touch screen or something like that, I think Granger said, or a mouse pad, you can really click. Um, so yeah, there's multiple ways to play. First thing I tried when I launched the game was to check if you forgot about the tilde key. Oh, you remember. You remember, don't you? Um, I think it's commented out. It's commented out. Nice try though. No, I didn't forget. That's funny. Yeah, the tilde key was basically an auto clicker for me. That's how I did a lot of my testing. No, I think after the first release, when I first released it, I haven't used it since. You just download an auto clicker for that. Why didn't this work? That's cool. Okay, so this upgrade cost happens here. I'm gonna have to convert these all to the new function. Hey, Chief Multi-Hat, welcome in. I would say I'm doing great, but I'm doing good. I'm in a frustrating part of code where it's like it seems like this should be solvable a little bit faster. Um, Trying the efficient route of what I'm trying to do is just kind of off the table for me. I don't think I have that advanced level of skills, but I'm doing a for loop to try to create a dynamic upgrade cost. Uh, and it's just not working. And then by doing this, I think I've discovered some bugs, which is good, so I can fix those. But yeah, I'm working on some post-launch updates for Vibe Clicker. and hopefully add some bug fixes to the Steam download by the end of next week, or I guess the end of this week. How are you doing? How's your game coming along? I caught a little bit of your stream. Labor of Love. Nice. Uh, okay. I know why this function's not running. We have to purchase this upgrade. All right. So if I max it out, it's saying it's going to cost me 44. That's for the next level? That's not right. It's only going to cost 22. Wish Steam had a tip option. I was surprised Vibe Clicker was free. I appreciate that. No, I'm gonna be doing some paid DLC for Vibe Clicker that'll offer like a ton of cosmetics and everything. I'm gonna make the Vibe shop open up from the beginning. So a lot of people have enjoyed it so far and have been giving feedback and stuff. So I think, even the like 100 people that have installed it or 200 people, which I'm blown away by, I think I can do some content for them. But feel free. I mean, you can sub to my stream. You can, I think, donate directly either through Ko-fi or through Streamlabs or Stream Elements or whatever. Like you can, support me in that way. You can actually buy the game on itch. It's the same version that's on Steam, just without the Steam achievements and stuff. If you wanted like to buy yourself a copy to hang on to. Um, but it's all optional. I'm just having fun making games, and I appreciate everybody's patience with me. I feel like I have frustrated more people than they have frustrated me, and I think that's a great balance. But no, it was my first Steam game, so I didn't feel confident enough in the release to make it paid. I think that um free makes people like it a little bit more, to at least try it out. So I just wanted to get something out there for people to play. Right now, I'm trying to fix my upgrade function, so I only need to call it one from one place instead of three. Oh, total cost needs to equal 0. Sorry, 0.0. And then we're returning an int, so I do need to convert this to an int. It's not as good, but all my game stuff is in ints. We're going to keep it that way. All right, 10. Now the next one should be 22. Yes. Bought it for 22. Okay. Times 5. 111. That makes sense. That sounds right. The multiplication checks out. Okay. So what we need to do is create a function to figure out the total levels. So can we upgrade this? So we need to do um total levels available. And then we want to say, let's just print upgrade cost formula with the upgrade level max. Actually, let's get available upgrade levels. This is going to be an int, and it's going to be upgrade level max minus current upgrade. Oops. Current. The current level upgrade. So what we're going to do is calculate this and print it out. Oh, not doing anything with any of this. Okay. We want to return how many levels we can level up. What we need to do is go up and rebind our button to this. Okay. So we got 99 levels. It would cost us a total of 3,778. This one would cost us 638. Let's get 638 and see how close that is. And also, I'm not accounting for the reputation or anything right now. Oh, I got way too much money. Okay. It said I need 638. Gosh dang it. Okay. This should get us close. I'm too OCD. I refuse to upgrade except with 5x. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the max button is actually kind of sweet because uh you'll be able to just upgrade with your total resources. And what I'm going to do with this is whenever you hover over max, you'll see the total number of resource cost. Whenever you hover over the X5, it'll have the total number of, resources to upgrade. That way you can also kind of see it just in case. The problem is, like, I'm afraid of, like, the people that are really doing the math on this. Like, that doesn't check out. It's because it's rounded, but I'm trying to round less, so we'll see. Um, all right, so it still says 638. So I should have what's we got a calculator here. 674 minus 638. We should have like $36 left. Not accurate. Hmm. Should be accurate though. Okay. So if we do this, now it's saying it's going to be 429. If I do this, it's going to say it's going to be 253. That's not true because we're going to do this twice. It's going to be 209 and then also 242. Now it's saying it's just 110. Is this off? Okay. So it has 4 levels. It's going to be 638. Um, it's the same function as this, no? I'm rounding earlier. Okay. Everybody look away. If you like math, don't look. Gonna see why this is like that. Still says 638. Okay, so it's not a rounding issue. Okay, okay. Uh, so the calculate cost. Okay, maybe it's an issue here. Upgrade level current divided by that. Oh. Okay, I see the math problem here. So this, I think, needs to be the upgrade level current. So this is testing like 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever it's going up to the levels, instead of testing the current upgrade. Okay, I wasn't applying the the next level, right? So it wouldn't make sense. Okay, it's gonna cost 770. That's a higher number. All right. Okay, 761. So we should have $9 that we need. 242, 233. That sounds like $9 to me. Oh my god. Okay. Anybody know how to turn this for loop into a single line of code? Oh man. So all my other code probably isn't working. This is not working at all. All right, anywhere we have dynamic calc costs. Oh boy. It's okay, everybody. I'm gonna fix all my mistakes. All right, so we're gonna upgrade this by 5. 184, 192, 200. I definitely can't upgrade it by 5. Oh no, my money went negative. That's not right. uh, wait. Okay, no, wait. That was minus 41. I thought it did more than that. Okay. Okay, so 500. I can do 5. 212. Oh my god, I think this is actually working better now. I think I fixed it. 220. 45. Vibe clickers turn into loan shark clicker. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is yep. You guys have been you know what? The game works as it is, okay? Listen, I'm just making it better. I'm not fixing it. I'm making it better. Oh gosh. Okay, so if I do the max on this, it's obviously going to say 50 because I can only upgrade it one time because it's at level 0. But I want to be able to make sure we can upgrade this to max even if it is 50. All right, so let's test this. All right. So we got 100 levels or 149. It would cost me 28,000. Let's get 28,000 here. This says it's going to take me 216. Only 216 for 4 levels? Sure enough. We're playing math simulator. That's what this is. Okay, what did it say? I need 28,682. All right, 28. It's gonna go over 682. Okay. So I'm gonna try to upgrade this. How much money should we have left over? Let's pull up our handy dandy calculator again. All right. We need 28,682 minus 28,516. We should have 166-ish dollars left over. Here we go. What did I say? 166. Got 119 left over. I mean, with the rounding, that sounds right, right? So it's saying we need 273 for the upgrade, and we need 273. So it definitely did it. Cool. Sounds like that function is working a lot better now. And the upgrades are calculating a little bit better. I need to actually, the single upgrades is not correct, so I'm actually going to fix that too. We definitely need to fix that, and then we can test it again. Because this is fun. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? This is great. It makes so much sense. Now, where's my damn code? All right, anything that has calculate costs. We need to get rid of this. Okay. Fortunately, we can't test it with this one anymore. Okay. We're gonna buy one upgrade here. All right. Look at that, we have passive income now. I totally forgot. There's a game mechanic that gives us passive income without the auto clicker. That's so weird. All right, if we hit max, it requires 5,197. Okay. $5,197. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think it's accurate. It's hard to tell with the passive income now, though. Damn, I need that mechanic IRL. Seto, if you ever discover it, please share. I'm looking for that mechanic as well. Let's see. Okay, cool. I don't have it anymore. Okay. So this one's going to cost me 770. That's easy math. I should have $3 left over. 242, 239. That's $3. That's $3. Look at that. Boom. I wish Okapi fan was here to appreciate that we got here. 2000% will do. Okay. I need to, if upgrade level current equals 0, we just return the upgrade cost. True. Where's the other one? Okay. You should have an achievement called no external auto clicker, and it would check time versus money to see if you're clicking faster than a person can. I've thought about that, Mars. I've thought about doing something because, like, a copy fan, 100% the game without using auto buy or without using, yeah, without using auto buy, the auto click, or an auto clicker. And it was only like 42,000 clicks or something. Like, it's not crazy. It's not like a million clicks or anything. It's still a lot. And I was thinking like that would be a good measurement. Like and it I can like check the time on it because I was like, that would be a fun little achievement. But at the same time, like it should be like an hour of gameplay. That would be really fun. Or I can test the interval. I can test the time between the clicks, and if it ever exceeds faster than the auto click I give you in the game, then hello. 'Cause, like, it can go pretty fast, like, the auto clicker in game can go pretty fast. I do need to fix the audio cue system. I need to put that in here. Oh, it's right here. I do need to fix the delayed sounds, which is the audio cue system. Um, and then I could probably fix the time between grades showing availability. You're clicking every 1 millisecond? Yeah. I think my auto clicker it wasn't that fast. Um, no, that's not right. Where's my auto timer? Oh, it's right here. Mine was 0.05, so 5 milliseconds, and it was pretty fast, but the, like, 1 millisecond made it so the audio just bugged out. I was like, "Oh, no." I was like, "This is not good." Okay, I think I've replaced all of these. Now I can actually fix the dynamic. I can implement the max button now. I think we've made it. So we've got the available upgrades, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna oh, I have to figure out how I can test up to it. 'Cause this is just telling me how much it would cost for the rest of the upgrade. Okay, I think I know how to do that. I'll just finish this off. So what I need is we've got the resource cost. Oh my gosh. I don't think I need to incorporate this. I think I just need to check the upgrade cost, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like Okay, we need to figure out how much it costs to upgrade it. But how do we get, like, how much we can upgrade it without doing another for loop here? Because it needs to calculate the resources and find out. Wow, this one's a tough one. It needs to figure out the total number of resources it takes and the max level we can get. But I need to do it without testing every single level. Because, like, the max button could literally be, like, the max button. So, like, if, uh, uh what am I using? Hmm. So I do need this number. This is what a copy fan was talking about. How am I even using it? Hmm. Why is this an int? Oh no. Oh no. I was using an int instead of a bool. What the heck? How'd that even happen? How's the game been running with that? Minus 100. That's not right. No, Mars, you killed the world. Oh no, my game's fading away. Oh no, my computer's breaking. No. Nice, dude. That's big. That was the $75 billion upgrade. I mean, come on. My guy's got some money. Oh my gosh, I'm exposing more bugs. So I'm checking to see if you have enough money. This shouldn't be money. This should be the resource cost. Um, let's go to one of these. Yeah, this should be the cost resource. Holy cow. How has this game worked up to this point? How has the 5x button been working? It it was only ever checking if you had enough money, and I know there's upgrades in here that cost like their primary resource is not money. Like, okay, maybe they are. The heck? Okay, this one's rep only, so it's like you're always gonna have more money than you ever did rep. So like this, I guess it's the only one that would have been like bad. Yeah, this one costs rep too. So okay, there's only a few that it would have affected, so that's why I've gotten away with this. Okay. Thank you for the posture check. Entom HD. Oh, I was slouching. I was getting into this. The vibes cannot be stopped by mere logic. I know, right? I'm fixing too many things here. I'm also causing problems. Uh, all right. Just put that in there. I think that was a good one. Okay. Big upgrade total. This is, yeah, this still applies because we're using that new function. The cost, meaning can we get it, is greater than the total cost. And what is total cost? Total cost is the cost formula up to that big upgrade. That's totally fine. And then and level up is the upgrade level current plus the upgrade total. It's less than upgrade level max. Okay, so this all checks out now. Um, is the math right on this though? Let's get a bunch of money. I'm gonna save it so that we have this money in the future. Okay, so this one's saying to max it out, it's gonna cost 770. Oh, let me do something else. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. It's gonna say 3,465. Yeah, it was 1,500. Cool. All right, now we need to hide and show the button. All right, let's find out where we hide this bad boy. We're only gonna hide it. I guess it's gonna be when the purchase button is hidden. Do I not have a function for it? Not visible. Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. It hit it. All right, now we need to also uh dot disable. Yeah, okay. If not fully upgrade, can't afford passive, I think I just need to tap into the not fully upgraded. If not unlocked, disabled equals true. I think that's the only time. Otherwise, we need to make it uh cool. All right. So the button's there, it's working, it's showing. We're not actually doing the levels now. Okay. How would I even test that? I need to check like the player's cost resource. So and max by obviously a boolean, and this is gonna be main dot player data dot get, and this is gonna be cost resource. Default is 0. It's greater than. Yeah. Greater than, I guess the equal to is just kind of iffy. So I've always been checking greater than. By available upgrade levels. Okay. So I'm going to print. Hold on to this one for later. Let's print. Can we buy max version? Okay. And also the problem is we still can't get this if it's 0. How do we handle the max buy button? It needs to check this regardless, though. All right. Let's comment this out for now. And then we do still want to show this. Okay. Maxing out 770. Yes, we can buy it. This one we definitely should not be able to buy because we can't even buy 5. So 44,000. No, we cannot buy it. But what if we had $44,000? Even, right? Can we buy it? Max. Yes. Okay. So I can make a max buy button very easily. I don't know how to get it to the point where it's like, oh, you can buy this many upgrades of it. Not without doing another for loop, which is probably on the no-no list. That's good to know though. So like the 5x button definitely will buy it. The max button would buy it. Okay. So we for sure can buy it. So we say if and max buy. Oh, this would be in a different function. Hey, wee, what's up? Hello. Did you know Vibe Clicker's on Steam? You can play it right now for free. I'm working on content updates, bug fixes, and figuring out the future for Vibe Clicker before I call it a day on it. There's some overhaul stuff that I want to do. I got reinvigorated to work on it when everybody started playing it again. I was just like, wow, this is really cool. Had like over 1,000 plays on Itch. And then I haven't checked, but I think it was like over 150 people have played it on Steam. Let me see. 433 people on Steam since Friday. Wow. 77 daily active users. That's amazing. Wow. That's so cool. That makes me so happy. Yeah, 400 on Steam's like that's amazing. Thank you. And I haven't advertised it really outside of like my stream and stuff. And again, it's a free game though, so that obviously helps with like people like just giving it a shot, playing it for a couple minutes. So either way though, they saw it and they're like, I'm gonna download that. And they've spent the most valuable resource on this planet, their time. They've spent their time playing my game. You guys have spent your time in my stream. Like I couldn't ask for anything more valuable. So I appreciate it. I'm not even asking. You don't have to hang out here. Get out of here. I appreciate it though. You're so damn cool. Thanks, Seto. What is that emote? Okay, well, now I want to test this. I should be able to max buy. Okay, cool. 3,685. What? Sure. Yeah, yeah. 3,685. Let's test that. Handy dandy calculator. There's a button on my keyboard to pull up the calculator. That's the most clutch button. All right, 27,983 minus 3,685. All right, we should have 24,29,8. It's actually 22. It's close. It didn't account for the initial bump in the cost, I think. There's a pretty big bump in the cost after the first upgrade. So I think that's why I have this. So what we're gonna do is we're not going to show. Maybe I should just hide it until it's purchased. Hey, Warner, welcome in. Uh, I'm working on my game, which is actually available on Steam now. It's called Vibe Clicker, and it just launched on Steam on Friday. It has been publicly available for about a month now. Well, almost. I did release it on July 4th. It was just, Freedom Day for the US. Thought it was funny and ironic. And then Steam was July 24th. So it was like right before, it was like it was Thursday night. It was basically Friday. But yeah, this is it's a clicker-ish game. It's more story driven, where you start as a college grad and you're trying to build up and find a career path basically, and you discover AI and you basically let AI do everything for you. And it's just a little satire. You get to kind of choose the fate of humanity and where it goes with AI. And there's a lot of just silly, like, story points throughout the game that kind of make it interesting. It takes about 30 minutes to about 45 minutes if you're just steadily playing to actually get to the end. And then if you're trying to like 100% it, I it could take you anywhere from a couple hours to a couple more hours. But yeah, you can check it out. Exclamation Steam. And yeah, if you want to give it a shot, feel free to play it. Let me know what you think. A lot of people have been leaving reviews. A lot of people I don't even know, which is really cool. Yeah, but this is not my first game. This is just my first game on Steam. I do have a portfolio website, averagegamestudio.com, where I've released quite a few games, mostly, if not all of them, from like game jams. I've even made a little clicker game in the past, and it even tells you when I made them, so you can get a pretty good idea of where things are. And on this website, I also have, if you view the game, you can see everything about it. So you can see it took me 3 months to build. It's just me. Here's all the links to go play and download it. I provide the game design document so that you can see what I've done. You can go play it on these. My little post-mortem notes, ideas, thoughts, reflection on how the game development went. We got the trailer, and then you can view the development playlist. So you can like watch me just like you are now, but videos of me making the game. And then I've got some like screenshots. Like Vibe Clicker was this when it first started. This was like day one of the build. And then the title screen and kind of where it's gone. So it's had quite a bit of time on it. Check out how fast Seto codes in hashtag Vibe Clicker. Yeah, you can play as Seto in there. Game's free. You just need to buy the battle pass, get some premium currency for loot boxes, weekly anime waifus. True story. No, it's free. And then there's also a change log here, so you can check out. I post the change logs on the site. Hey, Lepo Zidian, Lepo Zidian, welcome in. So the game is done, and you're still making it. Yeah, yeah. So after you release a game, especially if you don't have like thousands of people testing it, there's bugs, there's people requesting new features, that kind of thing. And so and actually a lot of people said they wish the game was longer. So I'm doing a content update as well. And that's what I'm working on. So I've got feedback from people. I have a few bugs that are kind of interesting, which I'm gonna have to go through a series of steps to recreate. The thing I've been working on today from somebody, Next Prodigy, not naming anybody, asked me to do a max buying option. So because at the end of the game, there's a lot of upgrades. going from like 150 to 2,000 is a pretty big number, and I totally get it. So I'm gonna add a max buy button, which is what I've been working on for the past 3 hours, 3.5. And then there's some more features and stuff. So just finding things as I play. So that's kind of why, after the game's released, there's still stuff to work on. This is just version 1.2, and games get updated. That's what I'm doing. Awesome, Warner. Yeah, if you enjoy it, feel free to leave some good feedback. If you don't, just hop in stream and just tell me there. We don't have to be public about it. I'm just kidding. There's discussion boards and stuff. So if you do discover something and you want to put it in here, there is like somebody found a typo and I fixed it, and then it turned into a conversation of some of the other bugs they found because they were like really getting into it, which is great for me. I love that. Because then I can go through and fix things. So there's a discussion on the secret ending that you can get. So it's really cool. But yeah, this is my first Steam game. But I have definitely made other games in the past. This is just my first Steam game, and honestly, this is my first really polished game. So I'm giving a little bit of love. It's all made in Godot. Vibeclicker.com. You can click on the logo, and then you can actually click on the bot too. So you can also play on itch, GX Games, and then obviously the changelog is right there as well. So yeah, if you ever, looking for information, vibeclicker.com should take you there. And if you haven't guessed by now at this point, I am a freelance web design developer, so I do build out my own websites. But I do game design or game development rather as a hobby. Game's free, you just have to pay for the demo. No, I would never. Yeah, no, I'm dedicated. I've been making games for quite some time, so I enjoy it. It's more of just something fun to do, even though it can be frustrating. Yeah. So it's saying there's only $100. Dang it. All right. This is the problem. It doesn't get that initial bump whenever it upgrades. So it doesn't account for the initial price. If it's level 0, it needs to take in the upgrade cost. So if I did this, and then it runs through it. Okay, so max buy, it's saying 4,005. That might be closer. Let's test it. So we got 27,983, and it's saying it's going to be 4,005. We should have 23,978. No, I shouldn't test. Wait, is that the coffee machine? Okay, cool. So we should have 23,978. It worked. Okay. I can do the max button upgrade from level 0. Perfect. You're playing as you speak, but you're not much of a clicker game guy. That's totally fine. Full disclosure, Warner, I'm not a clicker game guy either. But I am a huge fan of playing on current trends of things that are in the workplace. And I thought this game idea called for a clicker style because it like the AI trends and everything. It just made sense to me. Another one in the past, actually these past couple ones, Key the Board Warrior and Quiet Quitter. Quiet Quitter, the people quiet quitting. It's like you trying to sneak out of the office. You got Key the Board Warrior. It's somebody who's trying to get a promotion at work, and literally all their coworkers are trying to stop them from getting that promotion. Even the boss is trying to stop them from getting the promotion. So you got to beat everybody. Um, and this is just kind of my progress in the past 2 years, I guess. Oof. This was at the end though. This was November 2023, where I'm trying to like make my own art. and I did vector art, and I liked it, but it was very tedious, and then I went into doing hand-drawn art as a new skill, and so Key of the Board Warriors hand-drawn, Archimus is hand-drawn, Backhand Bandit was with another team, the 2 Nerdy Nerds, but I did do, like, the UI and, a lot of, like, some game coding and stuff, so we, collaborated on that for a game jam, and then Vibe Clickers totally all hand-drawn by me. I need more to spend vibe points on. Yes, Mars, 100%, dude. I'm gonna be adding some more stuff for the vibe shop. Love supporting other devs and looks very professional. Thank you. I appreciate that, Warner. I like supporting indie game devs as well, as a matter of fact. Um, that's why I actually am gonna be doing this again in the future, but I did something called the Indie Game Gauntlet, last month. Yeah, last month. And I played through 10 games. People submitted their indie games, and it's almost like a game jam in a way, you know, like people just submit their games, but the everybody wins because I made a video for every single person. I did a little showcase for each game that I played. Put together a showcase, and this was really for me to explore other indie games, promote their games, and practice my video editing skills. So I did this whole indie game gauntlet, and it was awesome. I had so much fun doing this. You need to talk about your unresolved office traumas. What do you think my games do? I don't need to talk about it. You guys get to play it. Yeah, no, these videos are fun. Each one's only like 2 minutes. I streamed each game for 30 minutes, and then I made 2-minute videos, so you can, like, check them all out. I think, don't quote me. Yes, there's a direct link to the showcase there. Yeah, I had so much fun doing it. They're goofy. And yeah, I did a collab with the 2 Nerdy Nerds. You can play the game. It's out. This came out, we did this in January, and then we both, like, disappeared, all 3 of us disappeared for, like, a month. It was almost like we got worn out, but it's, called Backhand Bandit. It's a little pinball game. I If you play it, there's a voice in there that sounds mighty familiar, so beware. But even the game design documents for that's visible. I made an even smaller one. This is even smaller than my other ones, but just something to get us going. There's a video, you can watch some gameplay, and then you can watch my development. I did this live on Twitch as well. And, we got first place. Boom. But yeah, this is cool. This max buy button is actually finally coming together. It's not the most efficient way, but it's doing its job. We got it doing what it needs to do. I don't understand game design documents. Who are they for and what's their use? Great question. Game design documents are for the entire team. So as an indie developer, it helps obviously the one person, but the purpose of it is to give you a blueprint for your game. So I actually started this back in May, and I wrote out what I wanted the game to be, the mechanics that I wanted to incorporate. I wanted to talk about the MVP, like what is the minimum viable uh product for content, and then my prototyping goals. And honestly the timeline. So this is my simple one. I do have like big game design documents with templates. Um Let me see if I can pull those up for you. But yeah, so it's like a blueprint for your game, for your team to know what your vision is, and then it's a living document, so it's something that you can utilize, uh, like throughout the project. So you can see this one. This one's much larger. But yeah, this actually gives you a better idea of what it is. So you've got your game overview, you've got the gameplay you want to include, mechanics, your story, the style, aesthetics, the technology you want to develop it with, and even down to like marketing and monetization. So like what are the trends? Where does your game fit in? How do you want to monetize this? And then you can include like other things that you want to have. That's what the appendices are for. But this one's like a really in-depth one. This is the template that I've been building out. So this is my 2025 version. And then I've made a one pager to cut it down. So you guys can obviously copy this. You can actually duplicate it to your Google Drive. And then this one is the other one. So this is the one pager that I like to use for game jams. And it's a very, very watered down version. And this one does include a sample. So there's different tabs in Google Docs here. So you can see the sample of like a video game use, like what it would, how would this look like if you filled it out? But then the template gives you kind of your primary, like what's the game about in one compelling sentence? What does the player do repeatedly? So it kind of gives you a guide. Yeah, yeah. This is the core guide for what you want to build. I call them blueprints, but yeah, they're game design documents. I probably need to put like a command in chat so that you can get those easier. But they've helped me make games. They've also helped me not make games because I overplan the idea, like Rise of the Intern, and then I get overwhelmed by the features that I want to include. But yeah, this one actually made sense for me. I stuck to the timeline for Vibe Clicker. I launched the game in 2 months, and I felt pretty good about it. I was working on it every day though, so it was a little bit more aggressive than I was expecting. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna solve this tonight. I think I might actually call it here. This function is gonna be my next task. Let's go find a raid target. Let's see somebody that might be making video games right now. Totally get the overriding. I have a full novel written in my game. Yeah, no, I believe it. It happens to me too. Like you get stuck in that and eventually you just need to start. And that's what the short documents for. You can always flesh out the game, the document later as you get it, but you need somewhere to start. Um yeah, let's go see somebody that's doing some Godot game dev. Somebody that's working on something a little bit more advanced than me. But yeah, we're gonna call it there. I do need to finish playing Undertale. I think we were close to beating the game. I'm not really sure. People were saying it. Um, so I need to get through that. I wanted to do some game dev tonight. I felt very motivated with everybody's support for my game. So I had to work on it. So thank you all for hanging out today. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for playing. And let's go give some love to Hypnotic. But yeah, make sure you go check it out. We got Vibe Clicker on Steam. You can go to vibeclicker.com. And if you wanted to play the game even on the browser before you download it or something, you can do that. We got itch. But thank you all for hanging out. I'm glad to be back. We'll be doing Sunday streams again, most likely game development, and then anything outside of the game development stuff, I'll probably plan around my schedule so that we can finish up some games. But thanks for your feedback. Enjoy playing Vibe Clicker. Feel free to share your reviews on Steam. It helps me. Share your questions in the discussion section. It helps other people. I don't really know what else to say about it. The game's free. You're not playing. What are you doing? Thanks, Granger, for hanging out. Next Prodigy. We appreciate you. Warner, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're enjoying the game. And everybody else, catch you in the next one. Bye, Mars.